So everyone, this is Designcaster and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to have the pilot episode of Let's Design Modern Farmhouse Part 1. Welcome again to my very first video here on my channel. For the Part 1, we are going to talk about planning and construction of the house and 4 areas, which are the breakfast bar and kitchen, laundry, fitness and wellness, and the bar and dining areas. Alright, to start off with our modern farmhouse episode, I just want to clarify that this build is actually for the Sims 4 Community Build Challenge on Facebook, which was announced on July 23, 2019 for the month of August. For the details of the rules, I should create a farmhouse either classic or modern style, completely up to me, and then also a minimum of 3 bedrooms. And then there must be a dedicated space on the lot to grow a minimum of 3 different types of harvestables of my choice. No custom contents allowed. Well, luckily, I'm playing The Sims 4 on PS4 and a maximum of 12 images should be submitted to the organizer as well. In-game screenshots only, 1 entry per person, and lastly, all entries must be submitted by 12 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, Monday, July 29, 2019. And with this, I actually wasn't able to submit my entries since based on my recordings from scratch, it took me for about a month to finish it with a total playing hours of 32. That's 32 freaking hours. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Well, before we move on to the next one, I just wanted to say that I do apologize for some of the glitches or lags during my recording of the gameplay, since it happens a lot when you have expansion packs or downloaded contents on the PS4. And with that, I do apologize for that, and I know that sounds crazy, but moving on. This modern farmhouse build is inspired by an amazing residential modern farmhouse designed by John Lively and Associates design firm, which is located at Rosa Street in Dallas, Texas. I incorporated the design from its simple yet classy dark exterior and stunning floor-to-ceiling panoramic windows with a chimney and a fireplace in the middle to maximize the view. Also, this modern farmhouse is situated at the Hound's Head, along the coast of Cavalier Cove in Brindleton Bay. Well, I chose this location since this lot is the biggest, we all know that, with the size of 64 by 64. Moreover, it's near the shore and the view is stunning, especially in the morning with its blue sky and seagulls flying around. Is the perfect location for the modern farmhouse. With this, my modern farmhouse's room requirements are as follows: a small foyer with a breakfast bar and kitchen, a library and a fitness and wellness area beside it, a small garage next to the kitchen, a laundry space and a large dining area with a bar separated by a wall. Inside the dining area is the powder room. Beside the dining area is a long hallway that leads to the stairs and the living room, with an outstanding view of the outdoors. Beside the living room is a patio and a door that leads to the outdoor barbecue and bar area, together with a deck and an infinity pool that makes the most of the vista of the sea and a dead grass aisle. Beside the outdoor barbecue and bar, there's a path that leads to the garden with a pond as well as the greenhouse where the sim can plant, grow and harvest different vegetables, fruits, and flowers. On the upper floor, we have the master's bedroom and a balcony that has the best view of the sea, a master's walk-in cabinet, and a master's bathroom. Also, we have 2 bedrooms, one for the girls and the other one for the boys, which has a walk-in cabinet and a toilet of their own. And also, they have a connecting shower and a bathroom in the middle. On the upper floor as well, we have a study area and a large entertainment room for the whole family. Moving on to the design of the house, I decided to have the exterior a modern rustic vibe by using a matte black exterior paint, wooden panels, and a stone-cladded chimney. For the roof, I used black slate tiles in order for the shape of the house to look like a hole. For the doors, I mostly use modern finished wooden doors with glass in it to feel the modernity of it. With the windows, I use floor-to-ceiling windows, specifically the Let There Be Light window, to maximize the views and natural light. For the floors, I use concrete with a smooth finish to give it a modern yet natural approach. And for the rooms and areas except the living room, I used wooden floors to give it a rustic and elegant finish that is contrary with its concrete wall to mix modern and rustic styles. As you can see, I put the greenhouse, which is a part of the roof, with the sunlight, but later on, I decided not to push it with the idea since the area is too small for the vegetation. You will be seeing the complete greenhouse design on the last part of the episode. Anyway, more with the interiors, I decided to put columns and beams to give it a special separation of areas. And for the outdoor features, I elevated the pool with a deck to maximize the vista of the seas. Later on, I decided to have an outdoor bar and barbecue, which will be in the place of the greenhouse roof area beside the pool and fitness and wellness area. So this is already the wrap up for the planning and construction. I hope you can visualize the complete structure of it, but don't worry, you'll see most of it in the next parts. And we're almost done for the architectural side since I'll be changing some of it in the next parts, especially the greenhouse. Well, anyway, this is the complete structure of the house, and this is everything about the planning and construction. Alright, so now let's move on to the interior design part of this modern farmhouse build. For the first area, we'll be talking about the breakfast bar and kitchen area. But before we proceed to the details of the breakfast bar and kitchen area, the first plan was to have it separated with the wall. One room is the kitchen and the other is the breakfast nook. However, it feels suffocating, but too small for both areas as well. And then I tried to have the two areas in one room and it worked better. More spaces and also more ideas. There were a lot of design ideas that keep on coming in my mind for this area, such as the kitchen layout. At first, I was thinking of having an L-shaped kitchen, wherein the breakfast bar is the shorter line of the L-shaped kitchen. When I actually tried to apply it, you know the feeling that there are still spaces that can be used? I mean, that's actually what I felt. And so I tried to make it U-shaped, more of a C-shape since the line here is longer than the parallel lines. And I removed the corner of the counter island from the breakfast bar, connecting the kitchen counters, and replaced it with a fat column by building a 1-block square wall that's now connecting the breakfast bar and kitchen counter. Well, yeah, it's so hard to explain through words, especially I'm not that fluent in the English language, and I do apologize for my grammatical errors and all, since I only made a script for this, but yeah, I do hope you got it together with the visual plan that's on your right side of the screen. Well, lastly about the layout, it seems there's still something missing. That's when I tried to put an island in the center that has a half wall in it to give it a bit of privacy, or something that may block the smoke from the dining area when cooking. So after doing that, it looks now exactly on my gameplay video. Aside from the main kitchen counters, I put some counters as well in this corner just to make sure of the space and to make a nice storage for clutters. Also, I put some stuff like accent tables and dining hutch or display cabinets to balance everything. Let us now move on to the interior design style of the breakfast bar and kitchen. So I decided to mix industrial and rustic to it with mostly industrial. Anyway, I only have a limited knowledge when it comes to the terminologies and jargons about interior and architectural design, since I actually did go to the college for Bachelor of Science in Architecture degree, and also that's the first degree that I took way back 2012. And after that, I shifted from architecture into hotel and restaurant management. And I know that there's a big difference between the two degrees, but the only reason for that is I don't want to go to a different university. Well, anyway, enough with my personal life. I just wanted to ask you guys if you're an expert in this area. What I understand about contemporary design style is that it borrowed from different styles, and I know one of which is modern. But with this, is it considered already contemporary design if I mix two different styles? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I thank you in advance. So now let us continue with the interiors. I first applied the banana leaf wall panels as you noticed earlier, and I thought it doesn't match the design style. So I stick to having concrete walls and a concrete brick wall for accent purposes. Then I also applied brick walls for the huge column and the wall between the island to match it with the kitchen counters, thus make it look so industrial. Then for the clutters, I actually put a lot of clutters in this build to give it a feeling of a family that's living here for a long time now. Also, this family is not that well concerned with the design and has a lot of sentimental items that they couldn't take away actually. And that explains the clutter a lot, such as the wall decoration that has 4 plates in it and some items like the keg and metal teapots that look so antique. And more with clutters and decoration, I mostly use decorations from the base game since it has a lot of rustic or countryside items in it. Also, I use some from the Dine Out game pack. Of course, we can expect a lot of kitchen stuff in that pack, especially the spices and jars and a lot more. Another stuff pack that I used is the cool kitchen stuff. I think there's no need for me to explain that since most of the build items from that pack are for the kitchen and dining areas. What else I can say? Oh yeah, I also used the lighting that comes with the laundry stuff pack, the lighting with the filament bulb. It looks so perfect for industrial design style and I'm loving it actually. That's actually one of my favorite lightings alongside with the pendant copper abstract lamp that came from Fitness Stuff Pack. Speaking of which, I wanted to request for EA to have more of this type of lighting in the future DLCs. Cross fingers for that. And also the wall lamp that comes from the base game, which is the Unforgiving Light Wall Sconce. I really love it and I actually use it a lot in my builds. So, now that the breakfast bar and kitchen area is finished, I just wanted to ask you guys if what interior design style is this? And did I make any mistakes so far? Let me know in the comments so I won't make the same mistakes again in my future builds. And I think that's everything for the breakfast bar and kitchen area. I hope you guys loved it as much as I do, and now let us move on to the next area. The next room is the fitness and wellness area. Well, this area has a mid-century modern approach to it, and also I applied some ceiling design to give the area more texture. To achieve that style, I used more furnitures from the Fitness Stuff Pack and Bowling Night Stuff Pack. Those two packs had the perfect furnitures for this interior design style. And for the spacing, the equipments are located near the entrance while there's a seating area beside the windows overviewing the garden and the pond outside. And as for this area, this is not yet the final outcome since I've mentioned that I'll be relocating the greenhouse beside the gym, so those abstract lights from the Bowling Night stuff and the little planters from Spa Day game pack will be changed into concrete wall with windows, and expect that to be shown in the later part of this episode. Anyway, this is everything for the fitness and wellness area for now. Let us now move on to the laundry area. So far, this is actually one of my favorite stuff packs alongside with the fitness stuff and bowling night stuff, since these three stuff packs have a very beautiful build items in it. Especially most of the items have interactive actions with the Sims, And anyway, the laundry area has a true rustic approach and I'm so in love with it since the laundry stuff pack has a lot of rustic build items to it, especially the decorations which are mostly wood and natural materials. Also, the space is maximized and the clutters of it, especially from the laundry stuff pack, makes it more beautiful. Now, before I place the laundry area between the kitchen and the dining area, I was planning first to move it on the upper floor, but looking at the area of the dining space, it's too big for it, so yeah, I just decided to put it in the corner, and that's everything for the laundry area. And finally, the last area that I'll be presenting to you in the part 1 of this modern farmhouse build is the dining area. At first, I have no idea what to do with the huge space of this area, but as ideas progress, I was able to do it. In order for me to do that, I already put the heart of the dining area, which are the dining table and chairs. And before I proceed to the furnitures used, let's first talk about the interior design style of this build. This style of the bar and dining area will be again industrial and rustic, but this time I combined it with fair amount of items. For the walls and the floor, I extended the wooden flooring from the kitchen down to the edge of the dining area, separating it with the living area. And for the walls, I still use concrete wall and bricks to add contrast with the floor. For the furnitures, I managed to separate yet combine industrial and rustic by having the industrial side on the windows and the rustic side on the hallway. For the dining table, I used a rustic table that came from the base game and I matched it with two different chairs. One is the industrial chair from the City Living and the other one is from the Seasons expansion pack. For the bar area, I decided to put it on the wall beside the powder room. For its materials, I mixed again industrial and rustic by having the steel beams as support for the rustic ceiling cabinets. Also, I used the island from Perfect Patio and a bar from Jungle Adventure that have two contradicting materials. I just thought it looks good, but tell me in the comments what do you think about it. Also, I used the bar stool that looks so industrial. For the clutters, I put on some bar wall decorations, and also the bar lights I use in this area is again the ball pendant lamp from the laundry stuff pack to give it an industrial finish. I also put an industrial looking bookshelf on the wall near the laundry area just to maximize the space in it. Now for the other side, I use furnitures that are more rustic, starting with the huge rustic counters and cabinets facing the laundry area, again to maximize the space and to make it look like a huge dining hutch with the bar. Also in that wall near the separation of the dining and living area, I actually honestly have no ideas left in my mind on what to put in that space, so I just decided to have the large wall mirrors with the framed rustic wall decoration and an accent table beside it just to maximize the space. I also used two contrasting styles for the pendant lights of the dining table, so I used one of my favorites, which is the abstract copper pendant lamp from Fitness Stuff in the middle, and two kettlebell lights from the City Living expansion pack. For its clutter, I put a brassy centerpiece on the table and two glass, wax, and wood candle lights for the rustic features. I just wanted to add that I made this area big since it's the heart of the celebrations, and also the family that lives in this build has a lot of relatives and this family is very family oriented. In order for them to have successful holidays and events, I made sure that the bar and dining area is big enough for the entire family. If you can visualize what will happen in this area, let's say someone from the family is celebrating his or her birthday, the bar will be there for the drinks. The kitchen is near the dining area for food preparation as well. The view from the windows is relaxing and one with nature, and also everyone is having a good time in this area. I believe that's everything for the bar and dining area. You'll see more rooms in the part 2 of this episode, so make sure to subscribe to my channel for upcoming videos. And at last, that's a wrap up for the part 1 of the pilot episode of the Let's Design series, Modern Farmhouse Edition. I wish to hear your insights and reactions with this build, so make sure to put it in the comment section below. I hope you guys like the video as well, and if you do, make sure to share it and click that thumbs up button. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos, and make sure to ding that bell button to be updated on upcoming content. Thank you for watching, and again, this is DSIGN. See you on my next video. Dag dag!